there comes a moment in your life when you realize that holding on is no longer healing you. That chapter you keep reading, rereading, and editing must be closed. Not with bitterness, not with shame, but with grace. Today I want to speak to the part of you that's ready, not just to move on, but to rise. This is how you close a chapter with grace. Most people don't struggle because something has ended. They struggle because they resist acknowledging that it has. Either a relationship, a job, or the version of themselves that no longer fits. When you pretend that it's still working, you are delaying your healing. And grace starts with the truth, speaking the truth, or facing the truth. And the truth begins by saying to yourself, this part of my life is over, and that's okay. Closure is not always a dramatic exit. Sometimes it's just making a quiet decision to no longer shrink to fit into places that you have outgrown, or places that have outgrown you. We love to make meaning out of everything, but not every chapter needs to be wrapped in either guilt or regret. You don't owe anyone an apology for evolving. Grace is about releasing the need to rewrite your story to make yourself out to be either a victim or a villain. Grace is about understanding that this chapter is over. I learned, I healed, I grew, and I'm choosing peace over proving. You see, you need to understand that you don't need to win every battle. You just need to begin a new journey. Thank the old version of you and let them go. A graceful goodbye is not reaction. It's a ritual. Your soul doesn't need permission to say goodbye or to move on, but your nervous system does. So give yourself permission to move on. Say goodbye on purpose, either to an ex or a city or an identity. Honor your growth by marking that transition. Either you are cleaning a room or writing a goodbye letter that you will never send, or deleting those photos. It's about telling your spirit that it's over now. I'm moving on. And your spirit says, finally, let's go. Grace is not weakness. Grace is fierce. Grace is about standing tall in the ache and saying, I trust what's ahead of me even though I cannot see it yet. Because every ending creates space, a sacred space for reinvention, for rebirth, for revelation. And you don't have to have it all figured out. So let your next chapter be one that you write with intention, not desperation. Ask yourself, who am I becoming now that I am free of this? What lights me up now that I've let go of things that used to dim my light? You are not the chapter that ended. You are the author, and your story is far from over. So let grace be the ink in your pen. Let courage turn the pages. You're allowed to walk away without drama. You're allowed to heal without an apology. You're allowed to begin again. So walk on. Close the chapter and walk on with an open heart and with grace. Because this next chapter this next chapter is going to change everything.